Hey there, and welcome to Storytime with Josh. When we last left Moses and the Israelites, they'd just escaped from Egypt. When the Egyptians realized that the Israelites weren't just worshipping their God in the outback for 3 days and then coming back, but that they were gone for good, they said, "Why did we let the Israelites go? How are we going to get anything done without slaves?" So the Egyptian king got together the army with all their horses and chariots, and they set off to chase after the Israelites. This is Storytime with Josh, and this is what happened next. Now God had made a big pillar of cloud that was going ahead of the Israelites, leading them where to go. And at night time, it turned into a pillar of flame so that they could see their way in the dark. The pillar led the Israelites to stop by the side of the Sea of Reeds. So that's where they set up camp. And that's where the Egyptians found them when the army arrived with the horses and chariots. The Israelites said, "It's the Egyptians! Moses, were there no more graves left in Egypt? Is that why you led us out here to die? It would have been better for us to live the rest of our lives as slaves than to have them kill us here in the desert." Moses said, "Don't be scared. God led us here and He will fight for us. You just need to be still." And God said to Moses, "Why are the people just whinging? Tell them to get out and to set off. Hold your hand up over the sea and it will part and there'll be dry ground for you to go across. But I'll make the Egyptians follow you across and I'll prove to them that I am God." As the Egyptian army approached, the pillar of cloud moved around between the Israelite camp and the Egyptian army. Now every night, the pillar of cloud turned into a pillar of fire. But that night, as the sun went down, it became a pillar of fire giving light to the Israelites. But it was a pillar of cloud giving darkness to the Egyptians. Moses held out his hand over the sea, and God sent a strong wind that separated the sea into two halves, and there was a dry path across the sea. So the Israelites set off along the path, and the pillar of cloud and fire followed them as they set off in the night. The Egyptians saw this, and they got on their chariots and started following the Israelites across the sea. In the early morning, just before sunrise, the Israelites had all made it safely across the sea. And God looked down from the pillar of cloud and fire at the Egyptians. And then God started pulling the wheels off their chariots so they couldn't drive them. And the Egyptians said, "God is fighting against us. God's fighting for the Israelites." And they jumped down off their chariots and started running back across the sea. And God said to Moses, "Hold out your hand over the sea." And as Moses held out his hand, just as the sun was rising, the waters crashed down over the Egyptians, and not one member of the Egyptian army survived. The Israelites saw the way that God had rescued them that night, and they were scared. But they put their trust in Moses, and they put their trust in God. Now, I tell a Bible story on this channel every 2 weeks, but if you've been watching this channel regularly, you may have noticed that until a few months ago, I was also putting up videos on the other weeks. Sometimes the videos were related to the stories, or sometimes they were just other interesting things. Well, I haven't done any of those videos recently, because I've been focusing on other things in life. But you know, one thing that encourages me to spend time working on this channel is when I hear from you guys. So if you enjoy these videos, you can let me know in the comments on videos like this one, or let me know in real life, or on Facebook, or wherever you see me. And I may be encouraged to get back to making even more videos. In the meantime though, the stories of Moses continue in 2 weeks' time, here on Storytime with Josh.